Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our yoga practice. We still have probably 3-ish minutes before we get going today. So nice amount of time to roll out your mat, grab anything you may want for your practice, and settle in. You can take some time here to invite in gentle movement or just to begin quieting the mind. So we're just coming on to our mats, creating our space. You can grab a water if you want it. You can turn on music in the background if you like that. If you want to incorporate a strap or a block or support into your practice, go ahead and grab that, set it nearby. We're just coming on to the mat. Have about 2-ish minutes left to go. And again, you can use this time for some quiet or for some gentle movement or both. And as you're coming onto your mat and settling in, if you wanted to head to back body where we will begin, you could. Still have probably just shy of 2 minutes to go. We're settling onto our mat. And if you haven't already, let's go ahead and lay back. Let the head and the shoulders rest. The back body settle into the mat. You could have the legs long, you could have them bent, whatever's serving you today. Arms can be long at side body, palms up, or you could place palms on the belly. You take a minute to settle in. Grow the breath. Allow it to expand and contract the body as you deepen the inhales and the exhales. Nice steady breath. Draw the mind into the practice. Invite it to be present with you. you take a quick scan from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. See how you're feeling this morning. No judgment, just awareness. When you're ready, bring the feet to the mat. We'll draw right knee in. You can hold behind the thigh or outside the shin, just drawing it a little closer to the chest and the belly. Head and shoulders remain resting on the mat. And loosen the ankle joint, wiggling that foot, stretching the toes. Then pause, little squeeze, send that heel up, sole of the foot to the sky. And then point the toes. Notice the shift in the stretch, and then point and flex. With ease, we'll bring right foot to mat, and then draw the left knee in. If you find yourself curling up here, maybe invite a little ease into the arms as you lengthen the spine on the mat. And again, you can loosen that left ankle, just wiggling it both directions, maybe circles, stretching the toes. Find stillness. Little squeeze will send the left heel up. And then point the toes. Then point and flex. Giving the ankle, the foot, the leg a little stretch. And then with ease, bring the left foot to the mat. When left foot touches, we'll draw both knees into the chest. Nice full body hug. You could rock a little side to side. That might feel nice on the low back. And then pause, slow it down. Give the knees a little squeeze and both heels high. And then rock a little bit side to side. With control. We're not going all the way over, just a little rock. Use your core and find stillness. To get up, you can take peace fingers behind the knees as we tuck them in and rock along the length of the spine, or you could roll on to a favorite side and help yourself up that way as well. We'll meet in a nice seated posture, whatever that looks like for you today. Could be legs crossed, legs out. You could kneel here. Settle in. Let the legs find a little ease as you sit tall. We'll take the left hand down to the mat. Inhale the right arm up. We'll find that length at the top. And exhale as we take it over, keeping the heart open to the wall in front of us. The gaze forward. We'll ease in that upper arm. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down. It becomes our support. We inhale up the left, take that pause, find that length, and then big exhale as we take it over. Relax the legs. Keep the breath steady. Notice the stretch through the left ribs. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand down. Take both arms up, reach it tall. And then we'll reach one arm higher. And you could use the other arm to stretch this a little if you like. And then the other. And then back to center. Exhale the arms down. Make little circles with the shoulders. Reverse direction, just a little loosening. Find stillness. We'll inhale the arms to shoulder height. Exhale into a big hug, holding on to shoulders. You could also go on the tops of shoulders. I like to do the big wrap. We'll take a breath, feel that space between the shoulder blades. Arms go wide. And then back, opposite arm going on top this time, so it might feel a little different, despite being the same shape. Probably went with your more dominant side the first time. So this one might feel a little more awkward, a little less natural. That's all right. We'll take a breath. Inhale the arms wide. Exhale them down as we transition over, finding ourselves in a tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Nice long spine to begin. On an inhale, drop the belly and lift the gaze. And then on your exhale, round, arch the back. Move through these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds. Those inhales opening the heart. The exhales drawing the gaze in. You can hold wherever you need. We'll take one more full round and then meet at our neutral spine. From here, we'll leave the hips high as we start to slide the hands away, heading to puppy pose. Trying to find a flat back. Palms can stay on the mat. You could tent the fingers. You could come down onto forearms as we melt the heart toward the mat. Big stretch for the shoulders, for side body. Hips stay high. And then we gently walk the hands back in, returning to our tabletop. We'll take the hands forward, a handprint each, spread the fingers wide, give the toes a curl, draw the knees up as you shift the hips back, down dog. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. Time to explore the shape. Maybe you shift the hips or bend the knees, pedal the feet. You can just also hold, feeling the strength of the body, that nice deep stretch. Heels reaching toward the earth, though they do not have to touch it. Settle in. And then walk the hands to the feet and find yourself in a forward fold toward the back of the mat. Hands can reach down. You could grab elbows to hang in ragdoll. Keep a generous bend at the knees. Soften the upper body. And then take a generous bend at the knees, belly to thighs, hips lower as you root down and gently rise up. Come to standing. As we prepare for a balance pose today, we're going to do a little standing head to knee. Just the start of it though, we're going to move through it with a little movement to help us work on our balance. So pick whichever foot you would like to be your base to begin. Settle it in. Feel that connection down to your base as you draw energy up through that leg. Stand tall. Come onto the ball of the opposite foot. And when you're ready, gently bring it up to 90. You can stay right here. Arms can move wherever it is you like. We'll focus forward, finding that non-moving focal point. But also draw it in a little bit. If you're drawing it in, try not to round too much. We want to keep that long spine. And then we'll gently release. Let that foot fall. Flying foot now becomes our base. Find that foundation. Strong support. We come onto the ball of the opposite foot and draw it up. You know your options now, so you can play around with it. You can tap a toe down at any point. Use that focal point. And if it becomes easy, mix it up. Maybe moving the eyes, closing one and then the other. We'll release the flying leg. It becomes our base. We lift the opposite leg. So a little quicker movement through. Stand tall. We'll lower the flying foot. It becomes our base. Opposite foot flies. Keep the heart open. Lower the flying foot. It becomes our base. Opposite foot flies. Take a breath. Flying foot goes down. Opposite foot comes up. Our last time, our last flying here. We'll settle it down to the mat and stand toward the back third of the mat. Feet can be close together or a little wider apart. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, big swan dive down. Take a breath. And then start to walk the hands away as you come into a plank. Strong back, core is engaged. You can lower to the knees here if you like. Chaturanga down, elbows tight to the body as we come to the belly, uncurl the toes. Inhale up to your cobra. That could be a baby cobra. You could go all the way to up dog if your back is feeling it this morning or somewhere in between. And release. Chin to mat. Take a breath. As you inhale up, bring the elbows under the shoulders. Sphinx pose. Forearms are parallel to one another. Spread the fingers wide. Tops of the feet are connected down to the mat. Notice if the shoulders are real slouched, if you're kind of falling into them. If you are, press into the elbows. Create some space between the shoulders and the ears. We'll press into the palms as we take the elbows wide, lower down, favorite cheek to the mat. Take a breath. And then swap sides. Opposite cheek goes down to balance it out. Little stretch for our neck. We'll bring the chin back to the mat. Hands under shoulders. We'll curl the toes, press up to an extended tabletop, and then all the way up to down dog. Making any little adjustments you need to. Trying to find that flat back. Walk the hands to the feet. Forward fold. Soften the knees as you roll up. Back to standing. Take a breath. Big inhale as the arms rise. Exhale as you forward fold. Take a breath. Start to walk the hands away. Find yourself in high plank. Take a breath. We're going to head to side plank so you can lower the knee here, the left knee, or you can rotate on the feet as you turn the body, opening the heart. Right arm lifts to the sky. It can also go to hip if you prefer. And again, if you have the knee down, that's your modification. In any variation, you could see about lifting the left foot a little bit, playing with that. Take one more breath here. Rotate back. Find yourself in that plank position. And again, you can lower the right knee or you can leave it long, bending on the feet as we rotate over, lifting the left arm. You can come to the hip. You can play with lifting the upper foot. Knee could be down. So lots of variation here, lots of space to grow and explore. On your next exhale, we'll rotate back to center. High plank, lower down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale as you release. We'll go hips to heels, child's pose. Let the belly settle onto the thighs, or if you prefer, you can take the knees wide, let the belly melt between them. Just take a breath here. And start to walk the hands in as you lift up, finding yourself in a kneeling posture. If this kneeling isn't serving you, you could go to a seated posture as well. We'll sit tall. We'll bring left hand to right thigh. Right arm can maybe wrap behind the back of the hand to the low back. You could set it on the mat or have it on the hip. As we gently invite in a turn. As you look off to the side, maybe the gaze travels a little farther, maybe glancing behind you. And on an exhale, we'll unwind. Left or right hand will go to left thigh. Again, you have those options. As we take our twist, sit tall, keep length in the spine. And then maybe take that gaze a little farther, even if it's just in the mind. On an exhale, we'll unwind back to center. If you're kneeling, we'll shift around, finding a nice seated posture somewhere toward the middle of the mat. Extend both legs long in front of us. Sit tall. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as you fold forward. Maybe you reach. Maybe you hold feet, legs. Shine that heart. Keep a long spine. Only fold as far as your body wants today. Maybe there's a little micro bend at the knees. We'll inhale up. We'll take the legs wide. Sit tall. Long spine as we fold forward. Hands can rest on the mat in the middle. You could grab feet or ankles. Find what serves you this morning. Maybe soften the legs a little bit. And walk the hands in as we lift up. We'll bring the feet together on the mat. Knees are bent. Sit tall. Lean back. Peace fingers behind the knees as we start to lift the feet, heading to our bridge pose. Or boat pose, wrong one. Oh, nice strong core, flat back. You can reach the hands out. You could lift the feet, one and then the other, or both at the same time. Explore the shape. Challenging yourself this morning. Keep that heart open. And then release the feet down. We'll bring hands behind us for a second and take a gentle windshield wiper with the legs. You can roll the hips here. We'll come back to center. Bring the feet together and let the knees fall apart, coming into your bound angle. So the soles of the feet can touch, but they don't have to. They could just shine toward one another. And the heels can be as close into the body or as far out as you need. Maybe you sit here nice and tall. You could also lead with the heart as you hinge forward to deepen that stretch. Elbows can gently press on the legs, deepen it. Also use this time to give your feet a little massage if you prefer. Let the exhale take you a little deeper. Release a little farther into the shape. We'll inhale up. Exhale, help the knees together. Gently settle back down onto the mat. Spine is long, knees are bent. Taking a moment, you can do a little windshield wiper here if you like. And then find stillness. Walk the heels a little closer to the body. Palms are at our side, thumbs touching hips as we lift them up. The hands will stay on the mat. Coming into our bridge pose. Press through the feet. Knees stay in alignment with the hips. If you feel any pinching in the neck, gently lower down. We want to rest on the shoulder shelf here. Use the feet as a support. And then gently lower. Take your time as you roll the spine down, low back at the last to hit. Take a breath. Draw both knees in. That full body hug once more. Rest in stillness here. You could take that gentle rock side to side. Notice the difference between the first one and now, how the body is feeling, the space you've created, the energy you've cultivated. Slow it down, coming back to center. Give the knees a little squeeze, send the heels up. Taking a few breaths here, our legs up the wall pose. They're free floating now. It's a great posture to do, where the heels can gently rest on the wall. A nice simple inversion. You could lift the arms as well if that serves you. Totally optional. The arms are up, let them come down. With control, you can bring the legs down. You could send them long on the mat and take a few moments in Shavasana. We are going to head to the end of our practice together though. If you'd like to sit up, you're welcome to as well. Wherever you're at, take a moment to bring the palms together at heart center, feeling in our practice together. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our yoga practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. We'll see you back on the mat next Tuesday morning. Bye, everyone.